I'm about to do something really risky, which is trying to make a new dish for the first time on Christmas Day. Let's see how that goes. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie and welcome to my series, Food is at Home. In this series, it's all about me challenging myself to make dishes that I grew up eating while also encouraging you to cook at home. And for today, I am going to be attempting to make Guyanese Pepperpot for the very first time. If you are new here, I am from Guyana. That's where I was born. However, I did not actually grow up in Guyana. I left when I was very, very young. And so the first time I can actually recall having it, I was about 14 years old. And this is when you had to go to your country of origin back in the day. You had to physically be there to renew your passport. Now in the online world, you can do everything online. But yeah, that was the very first time I had Pepperpot, and it was around Christmas time. The next time I recall having it is actually when I moved to Toronto, and there is a Guyanese bakery here called Shereen's Bakery. And they have been amazing because they have all sorts of treats and also food that represents Guyana and just helps to bring a taste of home to some of us. So I tried it from them last year, the year before that. And this year I said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to be a big girl and try and make it myself. And so that's what this video is all about today. For today though, because it is Christmas Day that I'm attempting to make this, I am going to go the quicker route of doing it on my electric pressure cooker. Or, for some people, might be an instant pot. Usually, if you're doing it on the stove top, it might take like at least 5 hours, I've heard. But with this method, I can get it done within 2 hours, which is great. It gives enough time for me and my husband to at least sample some of it with our dinner today. So that's what we're going to do. Before we get into that though, what is pepper pot? Well, it is a stew, a meat stew that is the national dish of Guyana. And what makes it really unique is the use of casrip, which is a thick syrup that is made from cassava root. And this is a dish that was made by the Amerindians. And the thing about casrip, so I actually have some natural one here that I got from my friends over at Shereen's Bakery. They were kind enough to give me some so that I could try it out on my own with the real casrip. And this is what the texture is like. So this is what you want to see with your texture for casrip. It kind of reminds me of molasses. Let me see how it tastes. Definitely reminds me of molasses, even in terms of like a little bit in the taste. It's like a bit of a bitter, sweet, tangy taste to it. I wasn't sure if I would actually be able to get this from them, however, so they were kind enough to give this to me. But I also bought from their store. They had casrip that you can buy, packaged casrip, and this was the closest one I could get to that is like the natural thing. And all it has in terms of ingredients is cassava extract, water, caramel, and spices. That's usually the best option if you can't get the natural one that I have right here. And I have to shout out Metemgee, that's the name of her blog and also Instagram page, because she gave a lot of tips on how to find the proper casrip to use when making Guyanese pepperpot, because that is key for making your pepperpot taste good. So this is the other one that I'm going to be kind of using. I kind of want to sample it as well to see what it tastes like, comparing it to the natural casrip. In terms of the consistency, it is also on the dark side. It's not as thick, I would say, as the real one, or the pure one, I should say. Let me see how this one tastes. Okay, so this one is less bitter. That's because it has other stuff added to it, right? So what I think I'm going to do is combine both of them. So probably do half and half for my meat that I'm going to be doing today. And my meat choice is oxtail that we're going to be using today. So I'm wondering if I will actually need to use the sugar, because that was part of the recipe. So other components to be added to pepper pot is sugar, cinnamon sticks, some orange peel. We also have some cloves and some salt. And in addition to that, there is a specific pepper that is native to Guyana that is often used. It's called wiri wiri pepper. However, I can't find that here, and so we're going to use Scotch bonnet as a substitute instead. So let's get started by browning our meat, and then we will finish off the rest of the process in my instant slow cooker pressure cooker over here. While pepperpot wasn't a dish I grew up eating, my Haitian mom did make an effort to make other Guyanese dishes such as roti, dal puri, cheese roll, and cheese straws. She also taught me how to adapt her recipes, so that's what I'll be doing with this instant pot recipe that I found on Metemgee's blog. You can find it linked in the description box below. Her recipe used cow foot and beef, but for my first time, I'll only be using oxtail. A few days ago, I seasoned it with garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and allspice. I avoided using blended green seasoning, as according to the recipe, it can affect the final flavor of the pepper pot. I did get a bit distracted while recording, and so I think I had the heat up a little bit too high. So probably have your heat at medium instead of super high to avoid it maybe getting too burnt. But otherwise, this was great. We are going to cook the rest of it in our instant pot. Once brown, I transferred the oxtail into the instant pot. I added about half of the pure casrip and half of the store-bought for a total of half a cup of casrip, and then about a quarter cup of brown sugar. Added 4 cups of water and gave it a good stir until the sugar completely dissolved. I set the instant pot for 30 minutes and let it work its magic while I tended to other meals. After 30 minutes, I released the pressure from the instant pot vent and tested the oxtail. It was soft, tender, and already falling off the bone, so that's when I knew it was time for the next step. I added the cinnamon sticks, cloves, salt, orange peel, and 1 Scotch bonnet pepper. Although I'm someone who doesn't really love spicy food, pepperpot should be spicy, hence the name of it. So for the next time, I'll try to find some weird pepper to give it that spicy kick that you might need. I set the instant pot for 10 more minutes to infuse the flavors from the cinnamon sticks, cloves, and the orange peel. When I released the pressure this time, the smell was everything. The rich aroma of casrip, spices, and tender meat filled every corner of the house. It really took me back to the first time I had pepperpot, so I was excited to give it a taste. This was also confirmation for me to stop doubting myself. I think the challenge for many of us first to fourth generation immigrants is that we're so scared to make traditional recipes in fear of messing them up. But with some recipe guidance, allowing yourself to have fun in the kitchen, and trusting yourself, you'd be surprised what you can do. Pepperpot is not complete without any seed bread or flatbread. I'll be eating it with flatbread that I bought from Shereen's bakery. Okay, so our pepperpot is done. Thank goodness for these type of equipments that help you to make things in quicker time. Smelling it already, it has that aroma that I remember when I would buy it from Shereen's bakery. Whenever I open up the container, that was the first, scent that would hit me like, oh, I can't wait to dig into this. I did kind of taste test to see how soft it was to know if I still needed to pressure it for a bit more. I did my big one. I'm impressed. For my first time, I'm impressed. It seems like I used the right amount of balance in the casrib from the pure one and the one from the store-bought option, and put in a little bit of sugar as well also helped. So I'm super excited. I am going to be eating it with the pepperpot and giving you my honest opinion, and then I'm going to call on hubby. His first time trying it. He will give me his opinion as well on what he thinks about it. All right, so we need a nice little dunk. It's kind of hot, yo. Mm. Mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my gosh. I did it, y'all. I actually got the flavors. No lie, I'm really impressed with myself. And the reason I can be impressed with myself is because I know how a Guyanese restaurant own tastes. I tasted theirs and it's tasting like that. I definitely will have to give credit to the casrib that they gave me some of, the pure casrib, because I think that really helped to bring out that flavor I was looking for, because that is what they use in-house. And so, yeah, let's actually try a piece of the meat in the pepper pot though, because the sauce is what we digged into just now with the bread. Now, I'm going to take a piece. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. I love how it just falls off the bone. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. If it tastes like this now, I don't even want to know how it's going to taste when I leave it for a couple of days, because in all honesty, pepper pot should not just be eaten right away. However, because I did make this on Christmas Day and I'm trying to get this video done during the time that I did make it, I wanted to quickly give my first impression of how it tastes. And so what I'll probably do is come back with my review after a couple of days. I think the recommendation was to have it sit for at least 8 days. And as I mentioned before, the casrib that is in it, it is a preservative, so I don't need to put this in the refrigerator. It can actually just stay in the pepper pot, not the pepper pot, in the in the pressure cooker, the instant pot, for the amount of days, and you can just go dip in there, eat it in small portions. Most people would eat this for breakfast on Christmas morning. So, babe, I need your opinion now. I need you to taste it and tell me what you think. And let me just say, because I know only Jamaicans can be very biased with their taste buds, do not think of oxtail when you're tasting it. Two different meals, two different flavors, okay?
But it's still oxtail that you use to make the pepper.
Yeah, it's oxtail that I use, but don't think of the flavor of what you know you make your oxtail to judge the pepper pot.
All right, I'll try.
All right? Okay, because it's a different flavor. Okay. Let me know your thoughts. How it smells. First of all, tell me about the aroma.
It really smells nice.
Are you getting a hint of it?
So I can smell the cinnamon.
That's from the cinnamon sticks, yeah.
Yeah, and it have a nice smell. I won't lie.
All right. Give me some time for chew and take it in.
That's this cooks really nice, soft, seasoned. It have kind of a tangy and bitterish taste.
That's from the casrib.
It's nice. It's a different flavor, as I say, because
it's your first time.
It's kind of bitter. So I'm guessing that's how it's supposed to taste. But overall, the meat is well seasoned. Really smell nice. The aroma from just everything. So
I don't even know if I can ask you to give a grade because it's your first time tasting it. I am going to give myself a 9. Comparing it to the pepper pot I have tried from Shereen's Bakery, which, by the way, if you're ever in the Toronto, Scarborough area, check them out if you're looking for Guyanese treats. I'm giving myself a 9. Next time, I need to get a Guyanese to taste this. Maybe next time that's what I'll do. Yeah. But overall, though, like in terms of like for your first time, I know it's a new flavor, new everything. So, what do you think?
No, I do like it, as I said.
Because we're eating this for dinner, so.
No, I do like it. As I said, it's just a bit bitter.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that's how it's supposed to taste, but I really like
You want to taste the casrib?
No, I don't like it. If this is how it makes it taste, no. But overall, the meat is well seasoned, smell nice. Just based on like the aroma as well. The oxtail is cooked really, really soft. So I really like it. I don't mind the bitterish taste. So
it has a balance of like the bitterness, but also like sweet, because you do have to add sugar to it to kind of balance it out. So I did add a bit of sugar, but I didn't add too much because I don't want it to be like a sweet sauce, because that's not what it is. Okay, so I am going to come back after a couple of days and let y'all know how it tastes after a few days. But as I said, for my first try, I'm proud of myself. Yeah. After having the pepper pot sit in the Instant Pot for a couple of days, I decided that it was finally time to reheat it and have it with my dinner. So that is what I did. And y'all, people were not lying when they said that the more you allow the pepper pot to sit, it allows for the flavors to intensify and taste even better. Do y'all know a meal that is exactly like this? Let me know in the comment section below. That is the end for the video, y'all. I hope to see y'all in the new year for more episodes, more recipes, and until next time, bye!